Good afternoon. Let me try to put that meeting we had this morning in the context. You remember in April, the Security Council established an observer mission, and the assignment was to watch over the six-point plan of Kofi Annan. The core philosophy of the six-point plan is an immediate end of violence and the start of a political process. It required from Damascus to take steps, immediate steps, especially the halt of heavy weapons. Now, this remains the centerpiece of the efforts of the international community and the Security Council, and this was affirmed today by the joint special envoy. And now that we approach the end of the mandate of that mission, of course, we have to ask ourselves what are the lessons learned, and has the Council approach worked so far. Now, our position is clear. The mission has done a remarkable job, and I think it's a good occasion to thank General Mood and all the men and women who have done a remarkable job on the ground for their service. But we also know the mission itself could not and cannot bring about an end to the violence, and has not developed the necessary political dynamic that some of us hoped it would achieve. And it has not stopped Assad from the use of heavy weapons. And that's why we cannot focus now exclusively on that mission, but we have to put it in context, and that means we have to take a comprehensive approach. We have to use all the tools available to the Security Council in order to bring the necessary change and the necessary solution to the crisis in Syria. That's why we embrace and we strongly advocate an approach that entails a Chapter 7 resolution of the Security Council. Kofi Annan himself has said many times, and he's repeated it today, non-compliance needs to have consequences. So we need to use the tools available to the Security Council to bring that about. And we owe this to the people in Syria, and we owe this to the whole region. And that's why we need to engage with all members of the Council soon and try to get a unified voice of the Security Council.
Eine Frage auf Deutsch, bitte. Nach seinem Treffen mit Assad sagte Kofi Annan, es sei ein neuer Ansatz zu erkennen. Was ist das für ein neuer Ansatz? Hat er Ihnen davon erzählt? Wie geht es denn jetzt weiter in Syrien?
Kofi Annan hat klargestellt, dass sein Sechs-Punkte-Plan nach wie vor die Grundlage seiner Bemühungen ist. Er hat dazu aufgerufen, dass die Nichteinhaltung des Sechs-Punkte-Plans Konsequenzen haben müsse. Und das betrachtet der Sicherheitsrat und wir als Aufforderung, nun eine robuste Resolution ins Werk zu setzen, eine Resolution, die auch Zwangsmaßnahmen ins Auge fasst. Und das werden wir demnächst versuchen. Mit unseren Partnern werden wir gemeinsam eine entsprechende Resolution vorlegen und bereits morgen die nötigen Konsultationen beginnen.
Mr. Ambassador, are you seeing change in the Security Council in terms of support of Russia and China for the kind of resolution you're talking about?
We have, I think, heard in the consultations a lot of support for a new approach, meaning a Chapter 7 approach. And I'm rather gratified that colleagues rallied around such a more forward-looking and robust approach of the Council. So we're looking forward to consultations. Of course, not all the elements of the Russian resolution are to be neglected. I think it contains some useful elements, but we've got to go beyond that Russian draft, and hopefully we can come to a common ground here in the Council.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Ambassador. You said it's a good occasion to thank General Mood, and some of your colleagues on the Council have been saying that General Mood will not continue after the end of this, that he's either being chased out or doesn't desire to continue. What's your understanding of General Mood and this mission?
I have no information about his plans. I just thought, since we're approaching the end of the mandate period, it would be worthwhile to thank him for his relentless efforts in a very, very difficult environment.
Mr. Ambassador, did Kofi Annan in the briefing talked about his mission in Iran? Did he say that he actually thinks that Iran can be very helpful in this situation? And what was your reaction as a Germany, and what is the reaction of the Security Council? What did you see about it?
Kofi Annan informed us about his recent trip to the region, to Damascus and to Iran and to Iraq. And he didn't elaborate on the specific contents of his meetings in Iran.